Hey, welcome back to my series on Transport Fever 2. This is our new stone quarry, which has just opened up in this area, and it will be a huge help in supplying construction materials to the south here. And it will need a little bit of work switching things around, but if we can get it linked up to this Conmats, then we'll be in business. I've been really busy today, and I've just actually come in. I'm a little bit out of breath, um, but I've got an hour of playtime today, so I thought I'd squeeze in an episode here. So if I do sound a little bit out of breath, that's why. Um, so what's the plan here? We link into this station. This is a coal. Um, this is a coal station, and it picks up going towards Kendall. It does not pick up going towards Fordwich. And I would like to move that pickup line onto a sideline here. And the stone will be on a sideline and not on the main line. So I'm not extending the station necessarily to have a chance at getting a direct connection. I'm pretty sure it's too far away to even muck around with that idea. So really what I want is a coal and stone pickup here. And then that inside line will become a new, that inside line on the main line, that will actually become a new line there as well. And I'll see if I've got time to fix that up while we're here. But we'll get this connected. I'm really happy if you watched last episode and made it all the way to the end. Um, I watched it back, obviously, in edit, and it's not often I get overexcited in my games. In fact, I don't have a big following. I don't think I'm very entertaining. I'm just recording me playing, and I'm chatting to you while I'm playing. I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not, but I don't usually show that much emotion in my gameplay. So that was a little bit unusual, especially to listen back to. It's kind of funny sometimes when you listen back to yourself, and it's a little bit different than what you normally are. So, but yeah, I was ecstatic actually that this spawned down south here, and we'll get a pickup point here for the stone. Yeah, that'll do, and we'll link it here to the station. Just I think I just put a loop at the bottom like I have been doing. So I'll use a fast road. Get a bit of a bend here. No, that's not going to work in that direction, is it? I need to start from down the bottom here. And work my way up. Yeah, that looks all right. And then I'll make the turn here, and that looks better. And if I just put a loop here in the bottom with a truck stop, that's a bit ugly. That's a bit better. Not bad. Truck stop on the right hand side there. Yeah, that's as close as you can get. And put in a line. And I'll fix up the line and the name. That's Alsager Stone, and we're done. What else do I need? I need a truck depot and some trucks. I guess that'll be it on this side. It's a really short line. Probably 4 of these will do it. Yeah. Oh, it's been a busy day today. Might take a minute just to get into the groove here, but it's a real simple truck line, right? Okay, we got trucks and we should be in business. Okay. Right. Now, with the train line, I was talking about splitting, well, I was talking about using this inside line here, and I really want to split the coal line down into 2 separate lines. It is currently running a number of trains on it, and that's this Kendall Steel line. But it's running from Kendall Steel, it's coming down to Fordwich and then picking the coal up on the way back. So it's running coal both ways. But I've slipped in a couple of extra trains here, a goods train and steel trains, 2 steel trains. And they don't belong on that line. It was just convenient for me to put them there at the beginning of the game, but they're stopping here at this station and they don't need to. And it's also a very heavy line with 7 trains on it, 7, 8 trains maybe on it. So I really do want to split that down as a part of this exercise. So if I fix up these sidelines, so this will become the coal line for it to stop at, and then it'll merge back in onto the main line, so it doesn't. That'll be good enough there. And then on this side, want it to merge in here somewhere. That's terrible. I'd prefer it to probably just run straight through. Do I want? No, I don't need it to have its own line, do I? I could separate it out from the steel line, to be honest. Let me just go and have a look over here. I need to separate the stone out, but not the coal. Yeah. Yeah, so I can separate because I need the coal, I need the stone to come into here. And so it would make sense for the stone to be off this main line here. How close can I get it? Come on, snap. Oh, I'm too close for it to snap. Got to be back a bit. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough there. And then this will run all the way through. No, we don't want it to connect like that. We'll snap it to the main line, and then we'll bring this one onto the main line. Yeah, that's a good position there with the point already, with the signal already being there. And it's 120. It's full speed all the way through. That's good. And then this will be the stone line. And it'll have its own line backwards and forwards that it won't interrupt with anybody else. And I should only need 1 train on that line too, by the way. It should be able to handle it with 1 train. Got a weird snapping going on. Do I want crossovers here? I was just automatically putting crossover in here. Yeah, I could give it the option of using both, I guess. Not really sure that I'll actually use those points there, but I'll put them in anyway, just in case I do end up running to two stone trains. And you have to remember, this is actually back to front because the way it hooks into the main line, it is not running right side of the track, it's running left side of the track on the sideline here. Yeah, so it looks like left-hand side, but it's not really. It's just an extra line here that I could force it to run backwards and forwards on the same line, or I could get it to use the main line. It's probably better if I set it up to use the main line just in case I do have to put two trains on it. What's next? We got the lines in place. I got the tracks in place. This is the coal line that needs to switch across to 3. Yeah, that's where I want it to be. And that was all good. I don't think I need to make any other changes on that line. I think that'll work well. Yeah, I can't get it. Oh, I could get it to if the sideline is busy, I could get it to alternately use the track that it was using before, if they're really stacked. That's not a bad idea, I guess. I mean, I don't want them to stack on the main line and hold everything up. So if the trains are stacking, I would actually prefer them to use. I'd actually prefer them to use that inside line, wouldn't I? It's yeah, I think that's a better choice. Like if I had 3 trains stacking there, that whole line will be blocked. So by doing that, that's a bit smarter choice actually. All right. And the stone line, that's just going to slide in here and not there. No, wrong platform. Is that because it's picked the wrong platform down the other end? This should be platform 1, and then down the other end it should be platform 4. No, it'll be platform 1 down there. Oh no, I've got that mixed up. It'll be platform 4 down the other end and platform 4 down this end. Yeah? 2. Platform, oh, yeah, platform 2 down that end. Okay. No, I still got it wrong. What am I doing wrong here? This is Fordwich Coal. I should probably rename that coal and stone so I don't get so confused. Okay. And now it's 4 and 4. And you can wait till you're full, and we don't want you to use the other platform, do we? No, never. Never use that other platform. And this looks good. And this looks good. Yeah, we want it to slide in there. Yep, perfect. Yeah. And it doesn't have access to the other platforms. And I don't want it to wait there. So that should be fine. I'm thinking that's good. Okay. The stone line is fixed. The coal line is fixed. Now I want to deal with these extra trains. And I'll actually need the ability to put a train on this line. There's no way of getting a train on this line. So let me just put a train depot here. Come on. No, it won't snap. Okay, there you go. Link it in here. That has access to, will actually have access to the main line then. Yeah. Okay. Now that line is actually complete. And I can make a train. What do? We do something different? Let's do something different. How about the GP9? We'll do a couple of those. Or, what other options do I have? No. Looks like GP9. And the top speed there being lower does not really matter because it'll never hit 120 along that short line anyway. Not full, that's for sure. And we'll make it 320. That's too many. And 306 it is. Yep. We're good with that. $15 million train. Put it on the line. Oh, line 1. Okay. I should rename this, otherwise I'll forget. It'll be Fordwich Stone. And this one here is being named Alsager, but I'm going to change it to Fordwich. It's closer to Alsager, but I really want it to be named Fordwich because that's where it's going. Okay. I think we're good to put the new line in that I want to run those steel trains on. And it's running all the way up to Kendal Steel here. So what we have is the green line is what it was running in on, and the new line it's created is red. Has it coming back on itself. That's crazy. And it's overlaying an existing red line, which makes it totally confusing. But I don't want it. I don't want it on that side at all. First of all, and second, that color is really annoying. And I can't do anything about it yet. So let's move it over. I want it onto platform 3 here. Platform 3, platform 2. Platform 3. Yeah, I want it there. So it'll alternate with the coal trains. Yes, maybe. And up the top here, I'll want it to come in as it was before, but I want it to add in this option of line 5. Okay, and we'll snap back here. and we're good here. Just named it. It's Fordwich Steel. And where are my trains? Okay, here are the trains. So if I select the 2 steel and the goods train, do I want the goods train on this? I don't want to make a whole nother line up for the goods train, but actually I got another idea with the goods train actually. So I'll add the goods train in here, and that gives me another thought. Okay, we got 4 coal trains on the green line. And then we've got 3 trains on the red line. So that splits it nicely, actually. And this is where the conmats are going to get dropped. And the steel train it does bring conmats down. And that's something else I have to deal with as well. So here's my idea. There is a modded train car, and it's called a stake car. I just want to have a look at what these trains are carrying. None of them are full. So I could make some changes here that I think will make this line more, what's the word I'm looking for? We'll get rid of all of these. It'll be able to handle a lot of different items on the same line. So here we are here. It's a stake car, it's a modded car, and what you can see is it only does 80, so this is the early version of it. It runs till 1970. It does a capacity of 14, and it can handle a lot of different items. The items that it can't handle are the stone items, coal and iron, and it also can't handle food. Now, food is the big one, that this can't handle food. But it basically can handle everything else. And what I'm thinking is this goods train main purpose was to just bring plastics down from Kendal Steel and bring the steel, and the 2 steel trains are bringing steel backwards and forwards. So I'm thinking, if I make all of these trains, let's have a look. Yeah, so it can actually put plastics on this train, and it could also be bringing down steel on the same train. Now, it could have also been bringing down, conmats, but we don't want that anymore. And I'll fix that up later. But if I make all of these 3 trains stake car trains, the 2 primary items that they're currently carrying is steel and plastics, and they'll be able to handle both on the same train. And then I probably don't even need 3 trains. I'll let them run and see how they go, but I could probably get away with 2 trains on this line, making it even less busy. $320 is $289, and the engine, that should be good. And then we can check it by, yeah, so this could have had plastics on it, this train. And if we need to bring anything else down, this train will be able to handle it. Okay. Steel train. Now, there's a couple of issues with this carriage. Obviously, it's this. I take a speed hit, but because I'll get an updated version. There's more than one mod of this, and so I've got all three sort of era mods. So in 1970, I'll be able to update this to a 120 kilometer carriage. And the other downside is the capacity. I can only run 266 instead of 288. So I lose about 22, which is about a car and a half. So yeah, I'll lose about a car and a half of capacity. Let's press play. Get this train out and get the stone running. Actually, there is something I could fix, and I could fix the color. To fix the color is on this window here, and this color button will change the line color. And the light blue is definitely not down here. I don't think there's any light blue up the top up here. It's not going to clash with anything. No, that's fine. Can quite clearly see that line. And that works better. Okay. Now we can go with our, try and just make sure they're running in the right direction. Let's press play. Okay, that's, oh, what's that train there? Oh, I'll have to look at them as well. That was a goods train and a fuel train. Very early one that just zoomed past really quick. I do like the look of these. We have these here in Australia, this train design. I think in Australia these are actually 44 classes, if I remember rightly. Very similar train style engine. Okay, that train that flew past a minute ago was this train here. This is the Kendal food train that's taking food up to Kendal, and it's bringing fuel back for Fordwich. Now, this has a similar principle where the fuel can be carried in those state cars, whereas the food can't be. So I still need to run the box cars, but in this instance, I'm bringing some fuel down. But this will be able to carry different stuff, not just fuel. Again, I'm taking the hit on the speed. This is an old train, very early in the game. Train 24, this one is. Yeah, this was... Yeah, so it'll be able to fill up the box cars with the food, and any of the other goods items can actually go into the state cars instead of the box cars. I think it'll be smart enough to work that out. And these were only 240 length trains as well. I need to update these in length anyway. That's what caught my eye, how short it was. And that's good. Okay. Now then, how's our stone going? We've been running for 5 minutes and, well, we've been running for 2 minutes and we've made nothing. We've been running for 2 minutes and we've made no stone. Why is that? That truck there is not the right truck. That's a stake truck. I need a dump truck for stone. Stupid. Okay, all right. That's why we're not carrying any stone. See, I make a mistake on almost every line, even the most simplest lines. That is a simple line. That is a truck coming down to the station to drop off stone, and I can still mess it up. Which is why the last episode, saving that goods factory, was quite astonishing, because I didn't think I had it in me, to be honest. I thought I was going to mess that up for sure. Okay, our coal train is sitting here waiting. That's fine. That's good. But it's got a couple of coal in it, and it should be just a stone train. So we're going to tell it, look, stupid, do not take coal down there. That coal is going to Kendall. And all you're carrying is stone. Coal's going in the other direction. Yeah. Okay. And then it drops it here, and then it should jump across to this platform where the iron and food train should pick it up. And we don't have any here yet, but it should pick it up here and then take it to, I guess that would be Fordwich Food. Picks up food there, picks up grain there. And then this is where all the food gets dropped to. There's those state cars. We'll have to let them start cycling around, see what they actually do. Make sure they don't do anything too crazy. And that's not doing anything yet. Here we go. We have movement at the station. Word had got around. We got a stone train heading to Fordwich. 20. Okay. It's cost me millions of dollars, but we're moving 20 stone. It is cruising. It's hitting 100 as it comes into the station here. Almost hit top speed, but she is almost empty. I mean, when she's full, she's not going to get. And as you can see, these coal trains, they're very busy, but we can sneak in here without interrupting too much, I think. I don't think this stone train should interfere too much. And quick drop off, because we've got a train pulling into the station here. Nice timing. Will you pick it up? Yes, you will. Yes, you will, sir. And we want you to drop it down there. This is not a good signal here. Okay, so it's going through a green light here, and then it was stopping at this light because the train that left prior to it hadn't cleared the next zone. So this signal here is bad. Most people don't put that signal there because that's a bad signal. But let me tell you what's a good signal that most people probably don't do. It's a signal coming out of a really busy station halfway between so that's about there is about halfway between the full zone. And what that's going to allow is for the train to leave the station earlier when it's waiting to leave from a train that has just left. So when you have stacking trains side by side and they're both merging onto the same line, this is where this signal works really well. Did I just see some trucks coming there? New trucks? We'll look at that in a minute. Okay, this will work perfectly on the next train that's leaving. Okay, he's ready to go. So he's going to roll up onto a red light. Now, typically he would have to wait until the next zone cleared. which is all the way up, like miles up ahead. But he crossed the rear end of that train, crossed out of this zone halfway up, and now he's cleared the zone. But we're going to be good. We've got to that signal, and it took a little while because we're building up speed, and now we're picking up full speed here, and we're flying, and we'll never catch him, but we'll stay a very close distance behind him. And at worst, we'll get like a slowdown effect if we reach the next zone before he clears the next one. But then you're riding the tail of this one, only one zone back. And it keeps your trains a lot tighter. Not such a big gap in between them. And he's coming in here anyway. But if he was following that train all the way up, he would have kept one zone back by leaving that half a length early. If you play, you should give it a try if you run really busy lines. He's waiting, what, for this signal all the way up here? That's ridiculous. That's probably two segments. All right, well, we can start with a signal coming out of the station here on the merge. So he can at least come up to here. All right, that's pretty standard, right? And then he'll go straight through. Oh no, he's waiting for the train to clear the next zone, right? What are these signals here? That's way back when this station was a 240. I don't know what I was thinking with that. That's totally weird. We should delete those. Very strange. It's very strange that I've put tracks through the middle there as well. I don't know what I was thinking there back then. All right, we'll get this train up to the signal. Where's the signal? Oh, it's on the signal. Okay. So that'll be 320 length there that we can put a zone in there. And back here is nice, right? And then we can use this train coming back towards us to tell us what the next zone is. Just stop it on that signal. Boom, just there. Okay, so all the way back to here is another zone. So I can 320 zone that area and delete this one here at this station. That's better as well. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at these stake car trains. Yeah, we might have some weird, this is another downside to this train. You have to be really careful with what you tell it to transport. And when you put the cars in, it will kind of allow basically every type of good to be carried on these. Yeah, so what we want to do is on this steel line is tell it basically, no, you can't carry just anything. You know, it's versatile. That's the word I was looking for before. It's a very versatile carriage, but it does have a downside. We want steel and plastic. We really don't want anything else. We're currently carrying construction materials, but we want to tell that to stop. We want it to not bring fuel. No. And the tools and the machine parts and the goods, they're all going down to the actual town and not to the steel stop. So it'll be the food train that carries those items. This is really just steel and plastics. And by putting these cars in there, I can carry both of those items on one single train. That's the benefit. But you do have to be careful. And here's the food train. Now this one we do want it to carry all sorts of goodies because it's coming to actually to the town. And we also want it to carry the construction materials back to here. So I need to put in a stop here for it to drop the construction materials. And then that way it'll come from our new factory. Okay. Quick check. What have we got going on up here? Anything disappearing? Yes. Wood, logs. Don't care? No, I've got 2 logs to the left there. Oh, this coal I do care about. This coal is going to supply the steel. This wood is fine though. I've got a connection here I'll get rid of. That's in the way. Someone's getting home, so the dogs are getting restless. So what I'm going to do is let me go and fix this up. I'm going to fix up this coal. I'm going to link it into the steel mill up the top up here. And that's a really simple train line just to connect into there. And I'll be back in a minute, all right? Yeah, okay. I won't be long. I don't need to worry about any... Well, that's weird. Oh, yeah, I saved that earlier. Okay, I saved that earlier. Maybe I'll clean that up as well. That one's going to supply the machine parts, isn't it? And I don't need those logs. I've already got 2 logs. No, I won't do anything about the logs, but I will fix the coal. And I'll just link it straight into here. And I'll ask those existing coal trains to just run backwards and forwards. Down to here, up to there, pick up the top, to the middle, down to here. And I won't even have to put extra trains on because I've got extra capacity up there anyway. So it'll be a simple line, right? Just... yeah, leave it with me. I'll put a very simple line in here and I'll be back shortly. Okay, here is our new coal and iron line with the extension down to the coal. I'm just trying to figure out, it's crossing over here onto multiple lines that I really don't want it to do that. And we should be good now. Oh, this train was in the station when I made the changes, so it just needs a turnaround, I think, and that'll fix that problem. Yeah, so we're good to go. We press play, and there we go. It created a coal, and it's fixed. What's happening here at our plastics? The truck's stacking here. Might get rid of one. And, by the way, I think I saw the man truck come up earlier, and I'm pretty sure I did. This could handle a couple of extra trucks. It's still probably just running the 2 that we originally put on. Yep. And let's have a quick look. Yeah, we got the man trucks. That's excellent. Yeah. That's a big job, actually. I'll probably have to go around and update all of my trucks all over the place. We'll give it an extra 1. And while I'm up here, I'll fix these trucks up as well. And we'll be good to head back down south once I upgrade these. Should be about 4 on the line. Yep. 4 should be good. And tarpaulin truck handles all goods. The real benefit is when you're dealing with dump trucks and fuel trucks. Crude is, oh, what happens if, good. Steel is not overflowing there. Train is now picking up, perfect. And there actually a bit of distance between pickups here. I might just throw, because this has got 2 goods which are coming into this station. There is potential here for a little bit of overflow. I doubt it, but because I'm not around this area, I don't get to look at it that often. So I'll just throw a little bit of warehouse space in there, and that will solve that. Everything else looks good. Really happy with that line is now set up, and we should be producing our first, we're actually producing con mats, and they are, well, a whole heap of trucks need upgrading there. Here are our new state cars. They're carrying the fuel, but they look like they're also carrying machine parts, tools, goods. Yeah, that's a real benefit. That is. That's excellent. Just check in on our stone. Oh, they're carrying extra as well. Yeah, stone is moving nicely. That wraps things up, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you next episode. Have a great day. Bye now.